everyone and welcome. My name is 𝐍𝐢𝐦𝐨 𝐂𝐨𝐫𝐬 and my fellow co-host.
Hi, I'm Celine Claire Peñanueva.
And this is our special guest for today, Sir Pat.
Yay! Hello, Sir Pat. Would you like to introduce yourself to our audience?
My name is Patrick Astilla, and I am a faculty of the animation program, and I'm also the current chairperson of the animation program. So, thank you for having me.
Yay! You can also check their socials in IG, and I hope you have IG.
Yay! And also, Sir Pat has a book.
Yes.
Would you like to tell our audience about it?
It's called, It's called People Watching. So, it's about the fundamentals of life drawing. If you wanna check it out, you can check it sa Instagram ko na social. So, just look for @PatrickAstilla. Yeah.
Yay! Speaking of life drawing, our episode for Nimo's Corner, our very first episode, is on life drawing, anatomy cheat sheets. So to begin, let's start with what is life drawing?
Life drawing is drawing from life. So it's basically you go out, or maski hindi naman sa labas, it's just drawing from actual real life, actual people. And most of the time, sa controlled environment, meron kayong model and it's timed. And so, as much as possible, hindi gumagalaw. Pero the other side to it is you go outside and then you draw people without them knowing that you're drawing them, which I think is the harder part of life drawing. Pero you get to learn more if you do that.
Wow! So you go out and then you draw people from life in the reference. As reference?
Why is life drawing important for our students?
It's important, especially for animators, kasi doon kayo kukuha ng reference. So you get to gather references and then you get their experience. Or kunyari, if you want to animate someone, let's say an old person walking or just sitting down. So if you don't have any library or references for that specific pose or gesture, you're gonna draw someone they're just sitting down. Pero if you have a reference, or meron kayong mga na-drawing, or you know how to capture the essence of an old person sitting down, marami kasing nuisance. Like if the old person is hunchback or healthy siya, mag-iiba na yung posture niyan . And then you capture that through gesture drawing or life drawing. I think that's what's important. Maski sa characters nyo, if you guys start to animate, of course you need references kung paano ba maglakad yung character nyo, and then paano ba sila mag-acting. You get that through life, not just from your imagination.
Mas preferred ba if mag-life drawing digitally or traditionally?
It's really up to you. Kasi if you're more comfortable with an iPad, then okay lang naman. Ako kasi I grew up na nasanay ako sa sketchbook, pencil. So I prefer that kasi wala ding undo sa paper and pen. The problem with using an iPad is you get to a habit na mag-undo. And then I also like using only one pen, or minsan may watercolor, so I don't like changing brushes. So I think the limitation helps me, kasi kung masyadong maraming option, I tend to just fiddle around with the options, tapos hindi ako makadrawing kasi likot ako ng brush, ng setting. So being limited is actually more freeing for me. Yeah.
Sir, you mentioned watercolors. What other mediums do you use po?
I tend to use whatever I have. So for example, if I'm doing outside sa life drawing, or I do plein air, I usually carry a small watercolor na set with me. Or minsan I have gouache, or minsan if I wanna use my oils, I have to bring yung mini easel ko. So it really depends on what I have during that moment. So minsan I just use markers kung ano yung mahawakan ko. I don't have really a specific set that or medium that I gravitate towards to. Mostly it's kung ano lang yung nasa harap ko, yun yung gagamitin ko. Ooh.
I can't blush. It's so hard.
Oh, that's so real. Because gouache... gouache is so pretty kasi. Like the matte colors. Yeah. Right. It's a mix of watercolor and acrylic because it's water-based medium. Wow. Sir, for mastering it, congrats to you.
I think I mastered it. You just need to get comfortable enough to use it. Yeah.
Oh.
Say, if you don't use it,
Okay, I will keep that in mind.
That's so real, sir.
Ano yung goal ng life drawing?
It depends. Like for me, I use it or I do it kasi I just want to. I really like drawing from life. But for you, siguro kung mag-animate kayo, use it for work, for references. Kasi as of now, since I became yung chair ng program, I rarely like do industry work na. So I mainly draw just because I want to draw. Hindi dahil meron akong work. So yung work ko kasi is more of managing na eh. It's not really I have to design characters. So yeah, I do life drawing because I want to draw. Tsaka for practice na din. I don't want to lose it. Yun. So I make sure that I draw every day maski 30 minutes or to an hour. So yeah.
Oh, I guess drawing is like learning a language, so you have to use it every day so that you can learn and develop and maintain the skill.
Correct.
Wow. Maintaining that visual library is so important.
I could never.
Yes, you can.
As an animation sila issued, nga si Sir Pat, to remind everyone about it. Yes.
And how important is life drawing for artists like us?
Yeah, like I said earlier, kasi dun nga kayo kukuha ng inspiration, first of all. Yeah. Kasi kung kukuha lang kayo sa whatever you have, sa memory nyo, it's not enough eh. Kasi sobrang konti lang yun eh. So, but if you do as much as possible, get experiences outside. Kaya I encourage students na don't just do schoolwork, do something else other than school. If you wanna create your own characters, do it. Hindi naman kailangan requirement sa school para mag-drawing kayo. Or if you need rest, do something outside of actually animation. So if you have sports or any activities that you want to do it para ma-refresh din kayo, tapos to get inspiration. And then maybe while doing that, you get your sketchbook and you draw quickly. Hindi naman kailangan may dapat 2 hours every day kayo mag-drawing. It's really just getting into a habit of capturing life. Yeah.
Like, I guess life is like that. You have to balance both art and everything else. Gain inspiration from it, from life, and then you put it into drawing. Life drawing. Life drawing talaga. But sir, what is the most important thing you have to keep in mind when you do life drawing?
important thing, how? Like the actual drawing or yung experience of drawing? What do you mean?
I guess, like, what do you keep in mind when you do life drawing? What's on your head?
It's really first thinking about what the character or the model is doing. So instead of thinking na, kasi especially when we're students, we try to copy what we see as accurate as we can, diba? Pero you won't be able to do that if you're drawing from life kasi gagalaw yung person eh. Hindi mo naman pwede sabihin sa stranger, huwag ka munang gagalaw, hindi ko pa tapos i-drawing yung kabilang mata mo, diba? So, what I do is I stick with yung may idea kung nangyari kung ano yung gusto kong i-drawing. Like for example, if I'm going to draw yung si Isa right now, I want that pose as is. So what I do first is I won't draw her immediately. I try to remember yung pose niya. So, and then after that, I try to sketch out yung pinaka shape or gesture ni Isa. Then every time she moves, I don't try to chase her pose. I try to stick with the initial pose. So kung ano yung gusto mong gawin ng character, you do it. You just use the character as a reference even if he or she moves after. Yun. So stick with your initial plan.
Oh, so you have like an initial sketch first,
Mm-hmm.
which is like the building block of the whole thing.
Yes. Oh, so para siya yung line of action sa animation. Yan. And then it also changes, depende kasi if I'm drawing, basta yung pinaka-important for me is kung ano yung gusto mo i-drawing. Like for example, if I see someone interesting and I only wanna draw yung face niya, or minsan I just wanna draw yung hands nung tao. So I try to fixate on that, pero I have an initial plan kung ano yung gusto kong i-drawing. Hindi lang yung randomly drawing something na, well, sometimes I do that, pero if I wanna learn something, I try to focus on that. So kunyari, sa isang model, I see na interesting yung gesture niya, I try to focus on that. Sa isang person, I find interesting yung face niya, I try to focus on that. So it depends on what you want to learn at that specific moment. Yan. Ooh.
Bakit pala yun talaga narinig ko na nag-live drawing ako.
May whoa habang nagma-model.
Kasi every time nag-change ng pose yung model namin, parang nahabol ko siya. Would you recommend as life drawing for beginner artists?
Yeah, maski sa hindi beginner eh. Kasi it's something that you like what you said earlier na it's something that you have to make it into a habit na ma-practice mo siya. Para siyang like for example, if you're an athlete, pag professional athlete ka na ba, hindi ka na ba nag-warm up? Don't you do the basics? Gagawin mo pa rin eh. So kasi life drawing is parang foundation ng animation eh. You still have to do it. It's still it's something na really important sa skill set mo eh. So hindi naman porke na you're one of the best animators is hindi mo na siya gagawin. Probably the reason why you're one of the best is because you still do the basics. You still do the fundamentals. Kasi yun lang naman yung mastery. Mastery is just the basics done right, na consistent.
So, from beginner to advanced, you always have to do life drawing.
Yeah. You cannot escape it.
Tied to a chair.
Yeah.
You have to life draw.
You need to pose.
So, sir, where is the best place to do life drawing?
Wala namang specific na place. It's really up to you kung saan ka comfortable. As long as na you're comfortable doing it, I think it's the best place. Wala namang dapat nasa cafe, dapat nasa classroom. Yeah, maski saan for me. Yeah.
So anywhere, anytime, life draw.
Yeah.
Yun kaya yung motto mo, sir?
Pwede.
Because you're like life drawing master din eh. May book ka pa.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Ano yung contents ng book niyo?
Yung content ng book ko is how to do life drawing. It's basically what I learned, yung process ng life drawing or how I approach life drawing. So I try to break it down from simple hanggang pa-complex on how you can draw people from life. Yeah. And then at the end, I show demos or actual life drawings, and then I try to break it down kung paano ko in-approach yung pag-drawing ng certain model na yun, or nung figure, ng character na yun.
So what's first, sir? Gesture or not?
Yeah, like I said earlier, it really depends on what you want to learn or what you want to draw at a specific time. Pero if for example, I wanna draw, depende nga kasi minsan, like, if you look at someone, medyo boring yung pose niya. Let's say, nakatayo lang siya. But I really wanna draw yung clothes niya. So, I try to focus dun sa folds. Yun. So, wala namang specific na you have to do this first, and then yung succession na yun. Siguro kung merong uunahin is really what you want to draw. The next one is maybe most of the time, if it's life drawing, it's going to be the gesture, yung line of action nung model or nung person. Then next na nun is yung the building blocks. Yung next na nun is trying to show form, kung saan papunta yung limbs ng character or yung pose niya. It's trying to show na three-dimensionality. And then yung folds na, yung drapery. And then last na yung mga details nung actual model. And it also depends on the time. If you don't know kung gaano kabilis mag-change ng pose yung model, o kung alam mong matagal siyang nakaupo. Like for example, if you're at the cafe, or depende rin sa person eh. If the person is, kunyari, if you try to observe first, and you notice yung person is, alam mong matagal lang siyang nakaganon na pose, then you can actually try to get as much detail as you can. So, pwede mo nang i-drawing na meron na rin siyang face, kuha nyo na yung folds, makuha nyo na rin yung mga environment niya. But if you know the person, kunyari nasa mall, and then you just happen to see someone walking by sa front of you na you find interesting. So, you won't have time to actually draw the person na naglalakad na siya eh. So, what I do is I try to remember yung kung ano yung suit ng person, kung paano siya maglakad, and then after that, tsaka ko siya i-drawing. Yeah.
So the drawings you do also depend on the time?
Yes. Kung nasaan ako, kung ano din yung gamit ko, it really depends. So, yeah, what's really important is kung paano nyo siya i-drawing, which is yung fundamentals nga. So, you have to know kung ano yung gagamitin nyo para if you need to apply it, alam nyo kung paano gamitin. Oh.
Hello everyone and welcome back. Back to the main topic. How can artists establish proportion through life drawing?
Practice. Kasi that's the only way to learn. You're going to draw something na, kunyari, it's off. How will you fix it? So you have to draw it again. Diba? So, I know it sounds very simple, but it is. So, kailangan nyo lang mag-practice na practice. But you can speed up the process siguro if you ask like other people's feedback, kunyari sa mga teachers nyo, kung paano ko let's say if you show it, kasi minsan when we draw, especially if we've been drawing it for quite a while, you cannot see your own mistakes, diba? Tapos, what you can do is you show it to other people and then you let them comment on it. Kunyari, sir, can you look at this? What do you think? Then, makikita nyo na off pala yung perspective or proportion ko. Then, once you know that, you have to work on it na maging tama yung proportion mo. Then,
It's just as important as practice.
yeah. Oh, makita na iba. The next one na important is actually listening to the critique. Diba? Kasi when you show your work to other people, if you start to get defensive, pag sinabi nila parang off to, parang hindi okay yung perspective nito, then some people will reply na it's my style. Once they said that, wala na. You can't really do anything about it kasi ayaw mong mag-change eh. Diba?
Well, it's fashion with drawing.
Yeah. Kasi, like what I usually tell the students sa class ko is, style is just like the compilation of whatever you've learned so far. Kasi if you just keep on, kunyari, drawing this certain style na, kunyari, like Disney, like you keep on drawing Disney na style, you won't be able to draw the other styles kasi yun lang yung alam mo. So when other people starts telling you na baka mas okay kung ganito yung perspective or medyo off yung proportion ng face mo kasi you're used to drawing big eyes, if you're defensive, you're gonna say, style ko yan eh. Diba? But if you really wanna actually learn, then you're gonna start changing your drawing, your style, and actually drawing from life, or you practice different styles.
That's really and effective. But sir, it's important to study fundamentals for versatility.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Versatility. Kasi as an animator, you need to like adapt to the style of whatever project you're working on, right? And because like every project has different styles, you have to like adapt to that with the different. I don't know, basta basta ganon. Because each project has a different style. May realistic, may semi-realistic, may cartoony, may anime. Thus, because they all have different styles, you really have, as an animator, you have to adapt. I mean, like, that's also something you learn in layout for animation. Because, like, you have to do the same style, another person's style over and over again so that you can animate well. Because, like, good animators give the illusion of movement.
Ikaw yung parang pinaulit ng style. So I'm like, di namin alam gagawin.
No, because for ours, we did Daphne 30 times. Daphne, we're basta a certain character. We actually have to choose a character and do it 30 times, same style.
Sa amin lang eh. Own character namin. So hindi ako hindi ko na-apply yung sinabi ni sir na parang, yung sariling style, gano'n.
Wala na yung style.
Like,
you have to follow the show style.
Nice. Sir, yung can I ask, yung kung paano gamitin yung head unit sa live drawing? If applicable for ito yun.
I don't use that kasi it's only applicable most of the time kapag nakatayo. Diba? Yeah. At saka it's good sa mga character sheet, pag meron kayong character model na you have to make it consistent. Pero if you're doing live drawing, if you're gonna follow, kunyari laging 8 heads dapat, magiging magkaka-proportion yung drawing nyo. Which I see commonly sa mga students ko na they tend to draw na same proportions maski iba-iba na yung model. That's why I try to parang break that habit from them para hindi maging magkakamukha yung drawing nila. I'm not saying na it's bad. It's actually good kung kailangan yung maging consistent yung model. Pero if you're doing life drawing, bad siya kasi magiging magkakamukha yung drawing. It really depends on what's the use for. Pero for me, I don't use yung mga heads when I do life drawing.
Ano yung mga what can you say are yung mga common mistakes pag nag-do ng life drawing?
Common mistakes?
Your students when doing life drawing?
They cover their drawing. Yeah. Yes. Kasi, yeah, see, that's number one. Kasi you're in school to learn. So if you're going to cover your work, why are you in school? Diba? Pero yun nga yung point. Yun yung point why you're here. Like when I was studying drawing, actually maski hindi time ng class ko, pupunta pa ako sa teacher ko para ipakita yung gawain. Kasi you're here to learn. Kailangan yung i-absorb yung brain cells ng mga teacher nyo habang nandito kayo.
Kailangan yung critique.
Yeah.
Kaya ako yung pakita, hindi pa siya finish.
It's never gonna be finished.
Pasalan mo muna sir.
Okay. Kasi why are you showing us your work? Is it to be praised or is it to get better? Di ba? Kasi kung gusto nyo lang i-feed yung ego nyo, edi you want us to say, oh, good job, yun lang. Kasi you're showing it to people para ma-comment yung gawa nyo. Yeah. It's not always, it doesn't have to be always finished na maganda. Yeah. Number one talaga yung attitude. Yung attitude ng student. You have to be open to learn. Kasi if you're not, then we as teachers can't really teach you anything. Meron kang saying na, ano yung saying na yun? Na a teacher will appear when the student is ready. Yun. So if you're not ready, kung ayaw mo ipakita yung gawa mo, maski sinong kagaling na teacher yung makaharap mo, you won't really learn anything kasi you think you're already good. Or you don't need the teachers. Yeah. So basically, the attitude of the students, number one.
So parang sir, yung common mistake is yung attitude, the mindset.
Yeah, mindset ba? Mindset.
The technique is the hard.
Yeah, kasi the technique is mabilis na matutunan yan if you're open to actually learning it. Yeah. Kasi basics lang naman yun. But if you're not, like what I said sa students ko is you have to be a sponge. Na you're open to, yeah, you're open to like learning new stuff. You can't say na, I try to advise them na don't say na kasi dito ako comfortable, ito yung style ko, ito yung gusto kong software kasi dito ako sanay, I don't want to use other softwares. But you're here to learn and to be open na you try other techniques, and if you don't like it, then at least you tried. Then if you do like it, then you can use it as another set of skill na pwede nyo magamit sa future. Ooh.
Hello everyone, we're back in this episode of Nimo's Corner, Life Drawing Anatomy Cheat Sheets. Now, what's
Okay, ask ko lang. Sir, may nag-trending kasi sa TikTok right now. Like, may nag-trending sa TikTok na na parang umuuso na yung yung chicken scratching. Is that like for you, is it okay to use chicken scratching for life drawing? Kahit sabihin na beginner siya.
Ano yun? Yung
Yung
ganon?
parang tuloy-tuloy chicken scratching.
Tuloy-tuloy or parang chicken scratch?
Parang chicken
Paano siya
scratching.
nauso sa TikTok?
Hindi ko rin alam. Madami kasi
what is- Okay.
Ako lang.
Hindi ako familiar yung dun sa sinasabi mo, pero yung sa chicken scratch thing. What's your question again?
If okay lang yung chicken scratching for life drawing.
Okay. Sa akin, hindi. Kasi, it shows na, well, it depends eh. If, kunyari, for someone na experienced already on how to draw, maybe sinasadya niya yun. Diba? Meron kasi na ginagawa niya yun kasi the artist is not yet comfortable drawing. Like, medyo indecisive pa siya or nagmamadali. You can see it eh. You can see it sa drawing nung artist na yun eh. We can see kung sinadya niya talagang gawin yung style na yun. Like, I see artists na ganun mag-drawing. Maganda tingnan kasi sinadya niya yung ganung style na medyo scratchy yung itsura. Pero if you're doing that because that's the only way you know how to draw or you're not confident, it will show. Kunyari, if you're doing live drawing, you only have 5 minutes to draw the person in front of you. Ang tagal nun eh. It will take time before you actually finish it eh. So it's better for me to actually capture the gesture first, yung flow nung pose itself. And then, if you want to use yung chicken scratch as a style, you can draw on top of that. Pero while you're actually drawing the model, for me, I don't recommend it. Yeah.
The chicken scratch disturbs the flow po?
Yeah, especially if you don't know how to use it. If you know how to use it, then okay siya tingnan. Pero if you don't know how to actually use it, it will look like na you don't know what you're doing. Na hindi ka confident dun sa line mo, hindi ka confident dun sa gesture, you keep on looking on kung paano mo siya i-drawing, yun.
Oh. Aki. Kasi madami akong nakikita ng mga artists sa TikTok. Like, parang ayaw nila yung mga parang confident lines kasi sobrang taas lang ng tingin ng artist.
Hindi nila kaya gawin yun.
Kasi hindi nila kaya. Kasi beginner artist sila. Tapos,
So they're trying to...
yeah. So, dinedefine nila yung odds. Kaya nag-chicken scratch nila. So, I'm like, wow, interesting. Kasi ang ganda ng chicken scratch for me. Pero at the same time, hindi siya maganda for live drawing. Yun yung sabi ng prof ko, from what I remember.
Well, yun nga, it really depends on the use. Pwede naman siya maging okay. Pero dapat marunong kang gumamit. Kung hindi ka kasi marunong gumamit and then you just say na it's my style, then again, babalik tayo dun sa attitude ng artist na ayaw niya matuto ng iba. Yun.
I was thinking about the style ulit. Kasi like, chicken scratch can be a style too. Anything can be a style.
Kasi doon tayo nag-start.
Yeah, we all start there. But then like, because we're practicing the fundamentals of art, which is, for now, this one is life drawing, then it would be difficult
Yeah.
to just adapt to life drawing, to develop that skill, because again, you're chicken scratching. Yeah.
Aki, next question. What is foreshortening?
Foreshortening is showing na something is near to you, tapos yung other part is farther to you. Parang siyang perspective, in a way. So, foreshortening. So, medyo ina-exaggerate mo din yung proportion in a way na para mas maging mukhang malapit yung whatever you wanna show sa harap na makita. Yun. Like, for example, I wanna show na someone is pointing directly at the camera. So, you need foreshortening for that. So, you're gonna have to draw yung hands niya a bit bigger than usual para mukha siyang malapit sa camera. Tapos you're gonna show like form, perspective dun sa arms para magmukhang paliit na paliit. Yun.
How do you apply perspective to life drawing? Because I feel like that's really difficult.
Yeah.
Especially when the model will be like below, and then you want to make the hand look closer.
Yeah.
Body. I find it difficult to draw.
Because like, yung sa arms pa niya, parang kailangan parang gusto mo rin i-capture, pero at the same time, parang ang weird niya tingnan.
Right?
Yes, right. Well, if you're gonna apply perspective sa life drawing, you have to know perspective first, which is another topic on its own. Kasi medyo ang daming perspective, 1, 2, 3, then 4, 5 pa yung iba. Pero what I usually do is I draw what's near first, then tsaka ko i-drawing yung nasa likod. Kasi minsan kasi it doesn't have to be like accurate in terms of perspective. Minsan kasi if you're doing illustration, basta mukhang tama. So dun papasok yung cheating in a way na kasi minsan like what you said earlier na pag yung kamay nakaganon, like perspective wise, kunyari kailangan mo ipakita yung forearm and arm, pero if it doesn't look right that way, baka pwedeng hindi na makita yung arm, hand na lang, then yung body, kasi mukha pa rin naman siyang naka-foreshort. Yun.
Bale, doesn't have to be accurate, just has to look accurate.
Yeah. So merong fine line dun sa part na yun.
Ang hirap. Parang kailangan ko yata mag-practice.
Yes. Yes.
And how do you do light and shadows? Para ma-affect yung figure for life drawing?
Yeah, because like when you do life drawing, it's like gesture, right? So where does light and shadow play and come in to the whole thing?
Depende if you have time to do it. Yeah. Kunyari, kung umalis na agad, hindi mo na makapture yung light and shadow. Pero again, like I said earlier, like isa yan sa factor eh. For example, I saw someone na maganda yung lighting sa kanya. So what I do is I try to draw as hindi ko dinodrawing yung actual na gesture or yung details. What I capture is yung value naman, yung light and dark. So para na siyang painting in a way. So instead of drawing na true line, I will draw through parang shade. So shini-shade ko na diretso. So dun nagsiswitch yung like what you learned. Kunyari, if I wanna approach this na parang painter na I start with the value first, tapos siya ako i-drawing yung details, or you wanna approach it na parang animator na you draw with lines first. So yun nga, dun papasok. So but when I capture light, I always squint. Kasi if you squint, mawawala yung details nung the model. So you're only gonna see yung light and shadow part. Yun. So that's the most important part sa light, is yung defining kung ano yung naiilawan tsaka yung hindi naiilawan. And then yung value niya. So I try to keep it as simple as possible. So mid-tone, shadow, and light. Yeah. Minsan if the simplest way is just shadow and light. Yeah.
Parang hirap mag-squint.
But so when you focus on shadow and light, you focus on the shapes. Right?
Yes, shapes lang.
Instead of the line.
Yeah, instead of the details.
Oh.
Yeah.
But like when you're doing the gesture drawing itself, without consideration for the light and shadow, it's the line first.
Yes. Yung gesture nung character.
Because that's a thing wherein you focus muna on the line. Where or on the line of your model or the shape?
Yeah, that's what I do. I focus on the line. Tapos after, shading.
After is the shading, yeah. But then, if the focus is on light and shadow, the shape first. Like a painter.
Because it's what you want to capture at that time. Yun. So, if you want to focus on yung lighting, then you have to change your approach. And then, I think it's also good to change up yung process nyo. Kasi if you get too comfortable with one process, like kunyari, you always use Procreate, yun lang gamit mo, you tend to forget the other things that you can use. So, yeah, it's a good practice for me na change things up a bit. Na kunyari, gusto ko ngayon, fountain pen lang gamit ko. So, bukas gusto ko charcoal pencil lang gamit ko. Para it forces you to adapt and to change up yung style. Hindi kayo maging ma-stuck lang sa isa. Ooh.
May I ask, sir, because you mentioned that you have to basically be versatile with your mediums, because like instead of using a fountain pen, you can use like a charcoal pencil, or instead of charcoal pencil, you can use Procreate. Instead of Procreate, you can use Photoshop or Clip Studio. May I ask, as an artist, is it important? Which is more important? To generalize or to be specific when you draw?
Depende rin sa artist eh. Kasi some artists, especially if yung mga best ones is they're already defined on kung ano yung kaya nilang gawin, like their style. So that's good as well. Pero yung general na artist, yung most of the artists is you have to be versatile. Kasi you will jump from project to project, so kailangan yung mag-adapt. Pero meron nga, like I said, mga artists na kunyari what's his name? I don't know if you know, yung character designer ng How to Train Your Dragon, si Nicholas Marley ba yung name niya. He has that specific style na yun talaga yung kaya niyang gawin. So, siya yung hinire sa buong How to Train Your Dragon to do that. Kasi siya lang yung may kaya that he trained other people to do it. Like kunyari si 𝐷𝐻𝐻𝐵𝐻𝐻, do you know him? No? Siya yung character designer sa Ice Age. So, siya yung nag-design kay Sid, yung mga ano. So, meron din siyang specific na style na pag nakita mo, siya yun eh. Then, nag-adapt yung iba para gawin yung style na yun. So, if you're that good, then okay lang na meron kang specific na style. Yun yung niche mo, parang ganun. Yun. Pero, like, for example, for the majority, kailangan nyo matutong mag-jump from one style to the other.
So you're saying it's only for special people?
Yun, dun sa sobrang galing talaga na meron silang niche, na they got known for that part. I think it's okay na yun yung style nila. Or I think na kaya din naman nila yung iba, pero yun yung talagang comfortable, yeah, in a way. Like, yun yung go-to na style nila or process or medium. Yun, that's okay as well. Basta kaya mong tumalon sa iba. Kasi I think kaya naman nila. Like for example, let's say Picasso. He knows how to draw, he knows how to paint. Pero he chose to like go abstract sa later in his career. Pero alam natin na kaya niyang gawin yung realistic, di ba? But it's okay na mag-abstract siya kasi alam natin na kaya niya. Hindi yun lang talaga yung alam niya, tapos is saying na ito yung style ko. He tried other things. I think that's what's important.
Wow, nahilo ako dun. Pero,
Nahilo?
nahilo ako dun. Ang daming words. I was like, wow. I wish I could.
Wow. You can!
Naganahan na tuloy ako.
Basta the point being is that fundamentals are very important when it comes to style versatility. Because like, as Sir Pat mentioned, si Picasso, marunong naman siya mag-realism. Kaya, nakakaya niya yung abstract because he was able to do that realism at first. And because he learned from that, he was able to grow and develop his own style, which is really cool. Wow. Wow. I feel so blessed na sabi ni Sir Pat sa akin na correct. It's crazy. I'm
Parang crazy.
crazy?
Parang crazy.
Ganun ako. Yeah, I'm so crazy. But yeah.
You're so delulu. Pero okay lang yun.
So, Delulu? Hindi. The Delulu comes from practice. Oh, di ba? May natunan ako. Delulu comes from practice. Practice in Delulu.
Next question. How do you balance life drawing and anatomy in hand in hand?
Yeah, because like the life drawing focuses on the flow, like the gesture, but the anatomy has like specific things that you have to focus on. Like, the lines have to be specific to the anatomy. I feel
Kailangan
so.
masundan to. Kasi kung hindi mo yun sundan, mali ka.
Yeah. So, how would you balance that?
Yun na yung job nyo as the artist. Like, depende.
Wow.
Hindi, totoo naman, depende. Yeah. What we do is we teach you yung fundamentals, like anatomy, yung gesture, yung the other things. And then, it's really up to the artist kung ano yung gusto niyang mas makita sa gawa niya eh. Diba? Yeah, so I don't think na merong specific balance at that part. Like, I'm gonna say another artist name, pero feeling ko hindi nyo alam. Like for example, Steve Houston, he's a painter. And then he usually paints, he has this series na he paints mga boxers. And then with that, syempre, you have to show yung muscles, yung anatomy. Pero the way he does it is very gesturally. So you can see still yung mga flow nung lines. So yeah, ganun yung style niya, yun yung gusto niya i-highlight dun sa work niya. That's what he wants to show yung knowledge niya on that subject. So, kunyari, for you, if you think na you wanna focus more on the gesture rather than the anatomy, pwede naman. So, bawasan nyo ng konti yung details, then you show more flow or more gesture dun sa drawing nyo, that's also okay. So, it really depends on the artist itself. What we can do is just show you or teach you kung ano yung pwede nyo mga magamit. So, there's no specific answer. Yeah.
Sad.
Since this is an animation podcast, may I ask, what principles of animation applies to life drawing?
Have you taken life drawing?
Yes.
Okay, answer the question. So, ano tingin mo?
Oh. Shy, ikaw.
No comment. No comment.
Wait, my brain isn't braining. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what principles?
Exaggeration.
What else?
Oh, at least ako natama isa.
Staging. Why is it staging?
I don't know. I'm just spouting out words.
Oh my gosh. Kasi sir, it's about the feel. Not...
I don't know.
pressure kami.
Halatang hindi nakikinig.
No, it's so real. Cause like, oh wait. Let me think.
Same, let me think.
Sir.
Scotch and stretch.
Yes! Sir, scotch and stretch. Basta ako, nagsabi na ako ng exage.
Line of action.
Principle pala yung line of action.
Oh.
There are principles that you can apply. Like for example, exaggeration. You can also apply that sa life drawing. If you wanna show na someone is, kunyari, stretching, pero yung pag-stretch, kunyari, nandun na drawing is not that much, so you can exaggerate it.
Yeah, it looks so stiff.
Yeah, yun.
Tapos ilalagay slow in, slow out.
As long as it's not moving siguro, yung other things na sa principles sa animation is you can apply dun sa life drawing.
Wow.
Oh.
May exam daw si sir.
Hindi nyo nasagot, bagsak na kayong dalawa.
Okay lang, di naman ako nagtatake ng class ni sir.
Okay na sir, tapos na kami dyan. Moving on.
Wala nang questions dun.
Yes.
Can you list some, mga skeletal landmarks na important for depicting, for life drawing?
Ooh, landmarks in the body, that is important.
Joints. So, joints. So, yung elbow, shoulder, yung neck, yung hips, yung mga kung saan lang may mga gumagalaw na part. So, mostly yun yung important part sa pag-drawing. Although, ayan, you still have to find the right balance as well. Kasi minsan, if you focus too much on those things, nagmumukhang stiff naman yung drawing. Kasi para na silang mannequin na very jointed yung pag-drawing mo. So, I think what's really important is yung knowing yung fundamentals ng or the things that you can use sa pag-draw from life, and then it's really up to the artist kung paano nila ibabalance yung mga alam nila para mapakita yung drawing nila. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay.
Basta yung nakuha ko din joints. Joints and balance. And pull.
Nakita nga kita yun. Sabi mo gumaganto. Sabi ko, jawline?
Jawline. Yeah, jawline. No, so,
Ano pala yun?
ganito siya.
Oo, kasi gumaganto yan. So, parang brain start ako. Like, ano na sinasabi ni Claire? Jawline? Jawline is joint? Huh?
No, it's mewing. Alam mo yun, sir, mewing. Oh. Sir, do that na for their camera.
Fan service, sir. Fan service. And dun ang next question natin. How do you capture unique posing? Like yung mga twists sa mga body parts. Ganun.
Ayan, sir, kasi like, yung pagtitwist ng body, sometimes it looks a bit flat when you're beginning. How would you show that in your drawing? The twists and
To make
turns.
it unique. More unique. Yeah.
Unique poses, I think makukuha mo lang yun if you go out and draw unique people. Yun. Kasi if you just keep on looking the same thing over and over again, then for you it's not unique. Diba? Kasi yun lang yung nakikita mo. So you have to like look at other things na you learn how to draw other sports na poses, kunyari baseball or basketball, or mas na hindi kunyari if you're used to gymnastics. Kasi yung gymnastics is very, what do you call that, dynamic, diba? So yung ba yung ibig yung sabihin na unique, dynamic?
Yes.
In a way? Yun. So, okay, so kung dynamic lang yung gusto niyo matutunan, then you look at those things, yung mga sports, yung mga ano ba? Like for example, yung mga ballet, yung mga ganun. Kasi I don't think na kasi like for me yung unique is pwedeng I just see a random person na he sits down differently. So for me that's already unique. Diba? So I wanna capture that. Kasi iba-iba tayo ng like gesture ng pag-upo. Like for me, I sit down like this. Ikaw, iba yung upo mo. Ikaw, iba mo. Diba? And if I capture that, that's already unique for me kasi I don't sit like that. Diba? You only sit like that. So that's already unique. Yeah.
Ay, unique na sabi ni Sir Pat. I have the upper hand, sir.
Unique. Wala. Hala, nakinig kay sir?
kasi Valentine's Day. Kaya, ako na nakiligan.
Oh, wow! Oh, so sir, anong gagawin mo for Valentine's?
Yes.
Magwo-work.
Hala!
We have work, we have school. So weekend na yung Valentine's.
Kawawa yung Valentine's mo, sir.
Hindi naman. Meron din siyang work.
Oh. Okay lang yan. Mag-aral ng mabuti.
O mag-aral, magtrabaho ng mabuti. All for your Valentine. Oh. So,
Valentine cookies ako.
okay.
So,
I think that's all for this episode of Nimo's Corner Life Drawing Anatomy Cheat Sheets. Sir Pat, is there any closing remarks?
Thank you for inviting me to this. And yeah, mag-practice lang kayo. Okay.
Practice lang.
Yeah.
Talaga.
Uh-huh.
Is there anything you would like to say to the audience?
Hi, mag-practice din kayo. Why?
Ano yung masasabi mo for sa mga future mo pang sa magiging future students mo pag nag-take sila ng life drawing? Other than
Good luck.
Good luck daw, everyone!
Luck raw.
And this has been Nimo's Corner Life Drawing Anatomy Cheat Sheets. I am your host, signing off, Celine Claire Pilinueva.
And 𝐼𝐫𝐬𝐿 Parinas.
Patrick Castilla. And this has been Nimo's Corner Season 2.
Yay!